If you will observe the knot, this side of the knot has two parallel lines that get you the
Such a time saver.
That's it. I don't need anything else.
Well, hi friends, it's Wayne Polson here again. I just wanted to invite you in on a little thing I'm doing to help keep my firewood dry in these IBC totes. I know that many of you out there, especially you who process firewood for sale, you have some method of keeping your firewood dry in the IBC totes. I'm not sure what everyone's using. I think I saw one gentleman, it might have been Darren Woodruff, was that you? I'm not sure. Maybe it was Shifty, but you guys were taking the bladders out of these things and sort of cutting them on a diagonal and then making those as covers for the IBC totes. That's a great idea, except that for me, where I get these totes, it's a fertilizer company. They do not include the bladders because they're afraid people will use the bladders for potable drinking water, and those bladders are used for fertilizing chemicals, so they don't want any liability, so they just destroy those. But they do get rid of the IBC totes. I picked these up for $20 a piece locally here, so I have about 25 of them on the property. But I needed a way to keep my wood dry. The idea I came up with was just to repurpose some old tarps that I had laying around. And let me pan over and show you what I have here. This is an old canopy from a carport that we ordered from Amazon a couple years ago. This one got blown over in a high wind storm, and the canopy is sort of torn in different places. So I'm going to repurpose that to make these IBC tote covers. So what I've done on these, this is all kind of trial and error for me. Maybe some of you have been doing this and you got a system down, but I measure the width in both directions, width and length, and then I add 12 inches to that. It gives me 6 inches of overlap on each side. That 6 inches of overlap allows me to create a fold here in the corner, and then I just use a grommet from a cheap grommet kit that you can buy at Harbor Freight, or that's probably where I got mine. But the way I fold the corners, it actually is reinforced. There are probably 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 layers. I would say 3 at least layers of material there between the two halves of the grommet. So I then take a 12-inch bungee and just attach it like that, just to keep it in place. For rain runoff, I just take one of the logs in there and just sort of prop it up so it sheds most of the rainwater. Most of it. I mean, I think you're still going to get a little bit of that, but this works. It was inexpensive, and it was a great way to utilize old tarps. So I can show you the process real quick. Let me cut a piece out of here and get going with it. I've already got this one marked. I laid out 60 inches, so this is the 48-inch length here, and then over here I have my 52, is that correct? Something like that. That would be the 40-inch dimension there. So what I'll do, don't I sound professional, folks? I'm like, making myself sound like a pro here. So what I'm going to do next, the process that we must implement to cut this piece of material requires sufficient skill and knowledge in the use of hand tools, and you must wear proper safety protection for your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, tongue, throat, and toes. Did I say toes? All right, so what we will do, and I'm not going to use a knife. I actually have a pair, let me grab those real quick, of Caesars. Now, this stuff cuts pretty easy, so no big deal. So with that cut, what I'll do is I'll come over here to the tote. And you notice I have some wear spots in here, some tears. I'm just going to cover that with duct tape for now. It's not worth really trying to find a perfectly good piece. I mean, if you have perfectly good tarps, then just use those perfectly good tarps. All right, so make sure you have your 6 inches all the way around. And it looks like I do. All right, so what I'll do in this corner, can you see the corner okay? Let's get down in there a little bit more. How's that? So what I'll do in this corner is I'll fold the two back sides in and around it. And then where they meet in the back, I pinch that right there. So let me get my grommet tools over here on this side. I've been working on the opposite side most of the past hour. So here we go. Let me explain what I have here. So can you see this? Probably not. All right, so what I have, so I have a hammer, and this tape is just for the little rips and tears I have. I have a cement block that creates a nice solid mass to hammer against. Then I have these components for the grommet kit. And I'm only going to really show you one of these so that you get the idea, because I can demonstrate to you how they fit on another one that's already completed. So I've got the bottom die, if you will. This accepts the grommet that has the post on it. And then this is the hole cutter. And you use that against a little block of wood, put the fabric in between, hit it with a hammer, cuts a really nice round hole. And then the fabric goes over this post on the grommet, and then this washer, or the back side, front side, whichever way, hey bug, goes over the top of the fabric. And then this die is used then to flare this post out and create a solid connection, or a solid grommet. So let me get this going here. I'm going to get some of the stuff off of here because it does tend to get in the way. Again, back to this. Now, let me see if I can keep this from blowing away on me. So again, make sure you have approximate 6 inches there. And then what I'm going to do is, like I said, I just fold behind this corner like that, get everything to overlap. Sometimes you can get 4 layers in there. And then pinch it together between your forefinger and your thumb to mark that spot. Take it off, put it over. Rusty's rolling in the yard. So take it and roll. Rusty's my horse, by the way. Put it over this block of wood, take the hole cutter and the hammer, cut that round hole out of there. Can you all see that? I'm going to try to stretch this over to where you guys can see a little bit more of what's happening. Yeah. I think you can see that. So right there's my hole. Now I'm going to take the bottom die, put it down there, sandwich all this together, get the block out of the way, take the posted grommet half, put it on the die, place the hole in the fabric over the post, take this washer here with the curved side facing upward, put it over the top of that. And now we're going to take this punch or flaring tool, do that. And there you have it, nice grommet. And what I do just for aesthetics is I just cut that around like that. And voila, you've got a corner. See there? So then what I will do, just to show you how I set up for the next corner, I found that this works pretty well. I just take the corner I completed here, put it opposite, at the opposite corner. Like that. And then pull this corner over. Pull this corner opposite like that. That way you can get this nice and snug, and you can start your next corner right here like that. So you just keep doing this, and then I would start on the next one, do the next two the same way. So I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to show you now then how nicely this installs. So then I bought these 12-inch bungees. I'm not sure where I got them. I think I got them at Menards or something like that. And that's it. That comes off just like that. Throw it back on. Connect your bungees. And you're done. And if you have to, put a post up in the center like that if you want to keep the rain shedding off of the top of that. So that's it, folks. That's all I have for you. Just something simple. I am indeed not a professional, but a pragmatist, I guess. We're gonna get some more of these made up before the day is over, and get some of our other totes. We have several totes across the property, all filled with wood, so I need to get those covered too. If you guys have any other ideas on how to do this, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, and if you like the video, hit the like button. Don't use that dislike button because it just does not work. I don't know why YouTube broke it, but leave a comment for me so I can engage with you. But most of all, be kind to the people in your sphere of influence. That would be your home, that would be your community, wherever you happen to be. Traveling abroad, traveling stateside, be kind to one another. Let's show the world that there is a solution to the chaos, all right? I will see you folks in the next video. Love y'all, bye.
Ja,